more sleeping around brings more abortions, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right? It brings more deaths amongst babies, people killing their babies. It brings more sexual transmitted diseases. So, like I was saying, is being
single mothers.
Single mothers also. Like I said, is it better for society or not? And you're saying that promiscuity, or some people here are saying promiscuity, it doesn't matter. But it does, because it affects society. It creates single mothers. It creates dead children, and it also it does, and it creates sexual transmitted diseases.
Don't men not putting condoms on like create babies as well as women, or like, I don't.
Or
understand
women
why
not
we're
using
defining it.
or women not using the 41 forms of birth control that are available to them. There's like too many options to not get pregnant.
If a woman gets pregnant, it's on her. It's not on the man.
Yeah, because you can also require that the men you sleep with wear condoms. Whoa. You can make that a requirement. So I would say it's like on the women. If you get pregnant, it's like kind of your own fault.
Because I think as a woman, I do take it on myself, because obviously I don't want to get pregnant, but I don't think it's all in the woman. I think it's definitely 50-50.
I'll tell you, I'll give you my opinion why I think it's on a woman. Because unless it's a grape situation, you let him inside you, okay? And you have, remember, my body, my choice, right? That's what we're told. So it's your body. So it's your choice to let a man inside you, right? And you know the consequences of letting a man inside you. Yes or no? Right. Yeah, so this man could be reckless. It's just like this home. If we let somebody in the door right now and they run in here and they go crazy, right? That's on us, because we let them in. We didn't vet them properly before we let them in, right? So if you didn't vet the person properly before you let them in, that's on you.
I think it's actually the guy's fault if the girl gets pregnant.
Go for it.
Because it's the guy's fault. Because I mean, even the pull-up method alone is 97% effective when done right. So unless you want to be paying child support, like, you should get better at that. And then the other thing is, like, guys should always carry condoms. Mm-hmm. You know, because you never know when you get lucky, right?
But my thing is, a guy can do everything right, and a girl can still steal it. Like, the NBA issues statements every year.
Then he didn't do everything right.
What?
He didn't do everything right. You should flush that thing. Take it with you when you leave.
Yeah, good point.
So I think if I had a son, I would tell him, hey, if a girl gets pregnant, it's 1,000,000% your fault. Mm-hmm. If I had a daughter, I'd say, if you get pregnant, it's 1,000,000% your fault. Mm-hmm. And everybody, whether a boy or girl, it's 100% your responsibility what happens in your life.
Mm-hmm. I think it's more on the girl, because we have more power.
Right.
We have more power than men do in every instance. And if we get pregnant, we can still get an abortion, where men have no say in that.
And if the child is born, you can put it up for adoption.
Yeah.
That's not a man doesn't have a say. A man doesn't have a say in whether or not.
And so I don't know how you
men generally don't have a say.
Can honestly
the
say,
woman has a say.
Mm-hmm. But it just doesn't make any sense,
because that's the way the law works.
It's still going to be the guy's responsibility as well, like, and the girls, both of them individually, right?
I'm not saying as a man that we don't have responsibility. I'm not taking responsibility off the man. Mm. I'm saying you got to protect your womb. You are head of security for your own vagina, right? Because we know that push comes to shove, you're left with a baby. A guy could run he could dip out.
Which is why girls are more selective when choosing partners traditionally, right?
Exactly. I'm saying that's why it's on you, because I'm not condoning men like running away from their responsibilities, by the way. But I'm saying worst comes to worst, it's on you, girl. It's not on me. I can dip out. So that's why I said women have to now start vetting the men that are coming inside them.
It's a smart choice to vet. Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. Justin, it looked like you wanted to say a lot earlier.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just thinking, like, so I've gotten ex-girlfriends of mine pregnant, not just once, like many times, and every single time it's like 100% been my fault, right? I was like young or drunk or just like being unsafe, or I trusted what the woman was telling me. One time, I had a one-night stand in Australia, and she told me she was on birth control. Turns out she was lying, right? Or I had an ex-girlfriend who told me she has a medical issue and she can't get pregnant, and she actually got pregnant, and every single one of them got abortions. But regardless, it was not just traumatic for me, it was traumatic for them, obviously. But in the end, it was completely my fault, because I was being young and dumb and reckless.
Well, I'm going back to how many women you've had abortions. But I'm like, my head is spinning as to how many women you've had abortions.
But you've also just held yourself accountable to all of that.
I don't think it's entirely my fault, right? And from a different perspective, you can say it was completely theirs.
But you just completely held yourself accountable, and I
don't not believe in accountability. Like, I think that's great. I just think at this point in time, like, women have more power when it comes to reproduction.
I do agree,
and so that's why I'm saying
because they're the only ones that have wombs.
Right. Exactly. So be careful who you let inside there. Because I don't have a womb. And all the women here do. Right? So if all the women here have wombs, they have to be more careful. Because like I said, worst comes to worst. You were saying you got drunk and you had sex with this girl. But she let you inside her drunk.
And she lied.
And she told me she had birth control.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, she had more power in that situation. Right. Because she got to pick if she was on birth control or not. And then she was able to lie to you and basically trick you.
It's true.
And so, like, how can you say you had more power in that situation?
I think I should have known better. She was a stranger.
What?
Right? Like, she was a complete stranger. I just met this girl, right? I don't remember her name.
And
right?
so
I have a question for you. Would you be okay with men being able to sign off their rights as a father? Because we have the right to get an abortion. What do you guys think?
I would say no, absolutely not. To give them like from a selfish point of view, yeah, oh man, we get to sign off, I'm out of here. But from an economical point of view, that's probably the worst thing we can do is allow men to negate their responsibility to that child and let them sign off and have an easy pass out. Because I think I don't want to generalize, but I'm assuming a lot of women are saying it's fine, I can do it myself, but it's not about you. It's about what's best for the kid, and the kid needs his father.
So do you think abortion should be illegal then? Like, if we're going to make it equal?
No,
so
I don't agree with abortion, but it should be legal in my opinion.
So then why do you think legally women should get a choice whether or not they want to be mothers, but men shouldn't men shouldn't have a choice whether or not they want to be fathers?
If I'm raising a son and I tell him a girl gets pregnant, it's 100% your fault. I've been with way too many women. I've never got a girl pregnant. So there's no excuse a guy can say.
No, I'm talking about from a legal perspective, though.
If you got a girl pregnant, then it's your responsibility.
So then wouldn't you say the same thing to a woman? Like, if you got pregnant, it's your responsibility?
Yes, to both.
Right, but you're saying one should be legal and one shouldn't. Why the double standard?
No, wait, what double standard?
So the double standard where a woman has a choice of whether or not she wants to be a mother, but a guy doesn't have a choice of whether or not he wants to be a father. So I said he wants to sign on away his rights, and I'm saying
should they have the option? Yes, I believe the option should exist.
Okay.
I'm not like saying I would create a society where I'm promoting it. I don't think it's healthy emotionally or mentally.
I agree with you.
I think if you look around how many dumb people that exist on this planet, I think a lot of these people that get pregnant should not be having kids. And I think the worst thing you can do for our economy is allow them to bring another baby into this world when they're already pretty messed up or on drugs. I'm thinking that kid's going to end up in the foster care. My parents are foster parents. So I can just see the trickle effect for all this stuff. So in that, even though I don't like abortion and stuff like that, I just think it should absolutely be available.
I personally think that this whole feminism has given women a lot of power and taken power away from men. And then what happens is a lot of the time women generally tend to use that power to their advantage when and where they see fit. So like in these cases, like in the cases of abortion, like, look, my body, my choice, my body, my choice. I get to choose. All right, cool. I'm a dad. I get to choose not to. Oh, you're a deadbeat dad. It's like, what's that all about? Like, if you can get to choose not to be a mother, why can't I get to choose not to be a dad?
I don't think you should not be able to choose to be a dad. That's what.
Do you think you should be able to choose not to be a mom?
Yeah, you were gone. She agreed, but they didn't, or he didn't. So that's why I was asking.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I think if you do get a girl pregnant, you still are gonna have to finance it, because if you don't finance it, who's gonna finance it, right? The woman has to take care of the child and raise the child, and she's gonna be spending all her time raising that kid, and she won't have time to work. And then the government's gonna have to step in. Where does that money come from, right? So it makes sense that the government wants, men to pay child support for their baby.
Well, it was her choice to have the baby, though.
It is the guy's choice to get her pregnant.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Trust me, I've slept with so many women, never got a girl pregnant. So it's his fault.
It was his choice. Like, just like you said, right? You had sex with a woman and she lied. So
his fault.
Yeah.
It was my choice to not use a condom and ejaculate.
It was his choice to
condom.
not use a condom. It wasn't his choice to get her pregnant.
He ejaculated in her.
Of course he did.
It's his fault.
So
it ends there.
So all right. So once he ejaculates in her and she's lied to him,
it's still his fault. He believed her.
True. Actually,
she was a stranger. I
actually,
no idea.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
He shouldn't have believed her.
I'm assuming
he should have been more cautious.
But I think the point we're making is like you're promoting a double standard, because
life's full of double standards, though.
Yeah, I know.
But why did double standards only tend to benefit women? Sorry,
I'm just saying that I'm not trying to. I'm just basically saying if I'm having a son, the conversation I'm having with them, it's 1,000,000% your fault.
But we're not talking about your son. Like, you keep bringing up your son.
But we're saying as a philosophy, right?
No, I'm talking about legally. Yeah, I've said that legally. I'm saying like legally there's a double standard. Why?
If I get a girl pregnant,
Like women have the right not to be mothers. Men don't have the right not to be fathers. From a legal perspective, she can still put you on child support.
Right.
You can get put on child support even though the child's not biologically yours in these days.
I know, I've heard stories like that. That sucks.
You know?
It's really unfortunate for those men.
Very.
Yeah, they think it's theirs. They're raising it for a couple of years. They find out later it's not theirs, and then they're legally obligated to support that child.
Do you think a man could do that?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. There's a
huge
double standard within society.
Yeah, life's not fair, and I understand. We're trying to make it equal, but it's not always going to be equal. And certain sticky situations like these, it's like, sorry, buddy.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Marc, international dating coach, relationship expert, and VIP lifestyle development coach. I've been teaching dating, soul skills, and Daygame for 10 years in 50 plus countries, 6 continents, to thousands of guys in person just like you. And I love teaching guys this stuff. So if you like this video, please make sure to do me a favor and leave a thumbs up on this video. I really do appreciate that. Now, if you want to follow me more closely, you can go ahead and follow me on my new Instagram, DrunkJustin2, and watch my daily Instagram stories where I'm always partnering with hot girls, doing exclusive events, crazy shit on my daily Instagram stories. Make sure to follow me there. You can see me traveling around the world in real time, doing amazing things, and teaching guys like you in person every day on my Instagram. And you can message me on my Instagram as well. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram and message me there. And if you want to actually call me, you can call me at justinmarc.com. We'll do free consultation calls. You can actually call me and we'll do a free discovery call where we can get you on the right action plan to change your dating life and your social life at justinmarc.com. And if you guys want to dig deeper and watch more of our more exclusive content, go to wingmanpodcast.com and watch our Wingman Podcast on Spotify, Apple, and all platforms. And we'll see you guys very soon in a new video. My name is Justin Marc, and I'll talk to you very soon. Peace out.